not Morrowind, because we're not in Morrowind. We're actually doing the new DLC that came out after Morrowind. This is Horns of the Reach, and I am here with some developers. I have creative director Rich Lambert. First off, say hi, Rich.
Hello, hello. How's it going?
And I also have, and Mike, you're gonna have to help me here. I totally forget your last name.
Dungeon lead Mike Finnegan.
Mike
Hi.
Finnegan. There you go. And is anybody else in the channel with us? If you want to introduce yourselves. I know we were having mic issues.
Can you hear him? Not really?
Nope, can't hear him. Nope.
We have Jeremy Sarah, who is the lead content designer.
Awesome. Great to have you guys here. And so I guess we could start by giving a little bit of an introduction of what exactly we're playing here and what we're getting into.
Yeah, so this is Falkreath Hold. This is one of the 2 dungeons in the Horns of the Reach DLC pack that we just announced. Comes out August 14th on PC and the 29th on consoles. The premise behind this is a group of Reachmen and their Minotaur allies have laid siege to the seat of power of Falkreath, which actually the entire hold. So that's where you're here. Is you're here to kind of like help out and alleviate this siege that's taking place. What we tried to do with this is to tell a story that can be told from both angles with this and Bloodroot Forge. So if you completed Bloodroot Forge before, you would have seen that there were Nord slaves that were being used to mine stuff, and they told you that their villages were raided and they were brought here. So if you start this one and you've done that before, you realize, oh, these are probably the Minotaurs that raided their village and took them to Bloodroot Forge. But the stories are not forced upon you, so you don't. It's not like a part 1 and a part 2 where you've seen, you have to do these stories in this order. You can do them in any order and realize that they're connected.
Gotcha. So they kind of, from a story perspective, they happen kind of independent of each other then.
Correct, but they are tied together. So
right,
thematically, mainly with giant bull mans.
So Falkreath, am I correct? Is that was in Skyrim as well, right?
It is correct. It was in Skyrim.
So people might recognize it from there. It was a town. It was a town in Skyrim.
Yeah,
right?
It's a small little like graveyard mud hole in Skyrim. We're depicting it here kind of at the zenith of its power. This is when Falkreath was actually big and prominent before all of the things repeatedly befell it and stuff. We also took the actual like map from Skyrim, and we overlaid it here, and then our world builder John Racine kind of built up the land to mimic what you would have seen in Skyrim, except much more ornate and much more there's actual walls to the town, and to kind of build up the siege element.
And this guy right here that we're facing here is the quest giver that you get.
Yep. He's bracing his knee.
Oh, no.
I'll leave that joke unsaid. I think he used to be an adventurer.
He used to be an adventurer. Should I click on him to see what he has to say? Does he say anything about?
If you'd like. It depends on how. On PTS a while, so people probably played this story. I don't believe he does any grand allusions to that. We just tried to do it with a visual storytelling, if you will.
All right. I'll leave that alone then. We can just go ahead and just do the dungeon. We'll leave spoilers for when it actually releases.
Okay. So as you progress down here, there's also gonna be these little notes that are kind of like scattered throughout. There's an achievement to actually find and read all of them.
Oh, nice.
So this is another thing is like it doesn't have a typical feel of a dungeon. It's outdoorsy. You're kind of in a town. This is where you kind of this is pretty cool. Again, when we talk about visual storytelling, this element here, you see these Dreadhorn Reachmen. They're kind of hidden. Definitely look like
Gotcha.
they're here to.
We got some deeps.
Ooh, Rich is bringing the massive
That's
DPS.
right. Yeah, because it's definitely not me that's doing that.
Larry is.
Oh, yeah, totally me. Yeah.
It was. I saw it. It was a good job.
And I didn't set up my second hotbar. That's really good.
That's all right. You only need one. You only need one when you're.
We can give you the time to set it up too if you want.
Yeah,
No,
if you
it's
want to.
all right.
If you want to take time, okay.
It's fine.
Alright.
Everybody that's watching the stream knows that I'm absolutely terrible. So they
Terrible
they're
is a
used to
strong
it.
word. Terrible is a strong word. But this challenge. So this is where you come across one of the first of the Minotaurs here, the big baddies. He didn't seem that tough.
Oh yeah, and obviously I don't raid very much or dungeon crawl very much in this game because my my weapon switching is the same as my push to talk.
Oh, that makes it.
That's awesome. That makes it a little harder.
Yeah. Actually, I think it'd be great because you know whenever he weapon swaps, because his mic will immediately become active.
That's right.
That way, your raid leader knows. He's like, "Hey, you know what you should do? You should weapon swap more." I can tell because I don't hear the heavy breathing when you don't. So, this is the first, essentially, boss encounter for the dungeon. Ooh, so let me get him. This is Morg Bullblood. She is the siege master. She's kind of manning these siege weapons here.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh. Look out. This is where we try to tell we try to reuse effects that players will recognize. So she just put up a siege shield, which you would know from the AVA abilities. So that's to tell you like, oh, that's probably going to protect me against.
Got ya.
So now you get to see, if you look up and to the right a little bit, if you could see like up in the hills, you see that little like it looks like a temple kind of thing.
The tower? Is that what you're talking about?
Up and to the right from where if you face kind of the front gate and you look up and to the right, you can see up in the hills. You can see that temple. That is one of those things that temple is actually from Skyrim. If you go to Skyrim, you recognize it, only it's a lot more run down. It was a thing. So we're telling you 1,000 years past, it's more intact and it's not quite as ruined. But that is actually, if you look at the placement of the town, that's in the same location that you would see it in Skyrim. So that allowed us to do some pretty cool stuff with taking something that already exists that players might recognize and say, oh yeah, I remember that.
That was one of the things that I thought was really nice about Morrowind as well, is that you were able, because the land was very similar. I mean, it was, from what you guys said, it was the same map actually that was used in Morrowind, the Elder Scrolls 3, and yeah, it was great to see that kind of that little nostalgic pull that you get a little bit. That was really good, and but at the same time, it was very different and kind of had its own feel and story and setting, but it was great to have that nostalgic pull.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that, in just messing with an existing space, but kind of making it our own.
Yeah,
and I like another aspect of this that was we've always kind of at least on this team wanted to do like a siege. You know, it's a pretty cool element to be able to come in and break a siege and fight with the bombs bursting all around you, and weapons and stuff like that. So this definitely was also just from a personal like dungeon team standpoint, something that we really were keen on doing and like to do. This is the next boss. This is the Siege Mammoth. These Reachmen have taken a mammoth, made a siege battering ram out of it. How inconsiderate.
Fire hurts.
Fire hurts.
Ouch.
And also, as you can see by fire hurts, they have fired fire arrows into the back of the siege mammoth and lit him on fire. Because what's more dangerous than a siege mammoth on fire? You will hear dad jokes from time to time, by the way. That hurts, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's really painful.
Did you just say dad jokes?
I said dad jokes. You will hear dad jokes, yes. Oh. So this is also part of what we do. This is the normal version of the dungeon. So if you were to play this on veteran, while the abilities and stuff might be the same, they usually hit a lot harder. Funny part about this siege mammoth here, if you notice his back and it's kind of singed and on fire. The first iteration that we had done for this, our effects artists really kicked that up a notch, and like the hair was all burned back and it was all grizzled flesh, and then we took a look and we're like, that's probably a little too gruesome.
Oh, this is a rated M game. You know,
he's still on fire. Like,
yeah.
We didn't put the fire out. We just left him.
This is where you got to see Eric Skjorolmor. She's the Jarl's daughter. Skjorolmor. She's the Jarl's daughter, and she's kind of leading the evacuation of the town. And that's essentially what you're here to help out. The town's under siege. You saved this gate, but the other gates have been broken through, and they're pouring into the town. So you have to help them escape and mount a last defense.
All right, and this is the hairy bull people, right?
These are the bull people, yes. Bull man.
Bull man. Bull man.
Bull man. Oh, and here's where you see the siege elements finally coming in.
Now, does the AI just pick somebody at random, or is it? I mean, how's it?
In dungeons?
Yeah.
If I'm a bad tank.
Okay.
Good target.
Just saying.
Okay, well, he just came charging at me. I'm like, wait, that's not right. Is it right? Is that how it's supposed to work?
Part of the dungeon philosophy is also that you should be, even as an EPS, you should be counter to what some other games do. You should be able to take a hit, at least one or two.
Yeah.
More so in normals than in veteran. But we don't want it to be a situation. What it is for the idea for the tank is that you come and you grab the biggest, meanest thing that's here. So the tank doesn't have to pull all the different monsters in here, but they should get the worst ones. Shaman.
Apparently, somebody was really upset about the burnt mammoth.
Oh, we didn't
in chat room. I don't know if they were upset because you burnt them or that it didn't burn enough. I'm not exactly sure.
Okay. Well, you know, elephant meat apparently is a delicacy in Falkreath.
Oh.
Oh.
Dad joke number one.
Was that?
Here we go.
Oh. I think I'm gonna have to turn off push to talk for the stream. So give me a sec. As soon as we're done here, give me a second. So I just want because I'm having to repeat myself every once in a while because I forget to hit push to talk because it's my weapon switching.
All right, we'll call a quick timeout.
Yep.
Oh. Make sure you hide in a good spot.
I'm gonna
like Jeremy.
I'm gonna keep pumped up. Gotta do some push up.
Bullhorn.
Right by this Minotaur. showing them how it's done. You do the bull.
Okay, there we go. Now push to talk is off, and I don't have to keep accidentally weapon switching. Oh, don't get near that. That's apparently bad.
Yes, that's the siege weapons hurt. Much as in life.
You've been hit by a siege weapon?
Yeah, it hurts. Just saying.
Shaman on the back?
Yeah.
And I apologize to anybody that is watching and looking at my toolbar going, those abilities suck. There was a little bit of a bug because the trees, the abilities were all ranked up, but the trees were not ranked up. So I have all low level abilities. It makes it interesting. That's
Yeah. So part of also what we wanted to do with this dungeon was to kind of give you a sense of moving through the streets of Falkreath. So we kind of break off and block some paths and allow you to kind of go through these other things, so you kind of see how the town, if you compare it to Skyrim, how the town has changed. That hurt.
Oh, are you pulling? My bad.
Oh, oops.
I'm here pillaging the city.
Oh.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm helping myself to all of their resources. It's obnoxious. For sure.
So who are those orcs that are helping out?
Nope.
What are they? Are they
Oh,
all?
these are Reachmen. So they're going to be
okay.
from the Reach. So they're going to be Nords. Their armor is part of what we tried to do with Shadows of the Hist onward is, and actually even somewhat in Imperial City dungeons, was have the monsters that you face in here, or the humanoid monsters in here, wear the armor. Ow, that hurt. Wear the armor that you're going to get as drops. So they're going to be, showing you essentially the armor that you can get in here. And it's the same with both Shadows of his dungeons as well as this one and Bloodroot.
I just noticed the tattoos on them. That was
Yeah.
different.
That's the reward for doing the essentially the veteran meta achievements, where it's a series of achievements that you can complete on veteran difficulty. The reward for doing that is that skin that you can then put on your character.
Very nice.
Yeah. For Shadows of the Hist, we actually had a skin for each dungeon.
And this one's like just for both dungeons.
No, so while it's cool to have a skin for both dungeons, you can't wear both of those at the same time, so you can't ever essentially show off that you did both dungeons. So what we did for this one is this dungeon will give you a skin, which is that light tattooed skin, and the Bloodroot Forge will give you a special hat, so that you can wear both the skin and the hat to show off that you kind of did it all, both dungeons, and you can show off both rewards.
The chat room likes your names, that they're all Zos Jeremy Temp and Zos Mike Temp.
Mike DK.
DK, yeah.
Rich Nightblade, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We tried to be as descriptive as possible.
So this is another boss. This one's tricky.
That's all you're gonna say?
That's it? Yeah. Dive in, guys. It's tricky.
So what it is these three guys, Macbeda, Tasil, and Urbagar, we are going to defeat them, and their soul is going to be essentially drop to the ground. Somebody will need to take their souls, these little shrines to kind, around the area.
Around the edges, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you basically cleanse their soul. Once you do that for all 3 of them, the actual boss, Cernunos, appears.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
I mean, we.
It's all good though. Shall we try?
Yeah, let's do it.
Kill the bow guy first.
The bow guy? Which one's... Oh, there he is. Okay. Oh, that was fast.
Yeah, these are not the real boss. They're not the real.
Yeah, joke number 2. Keeping tallies.
We have a dad joke counter on the screen.
Oh, I totally need to get one of those. That would be perfect for my streams. A dad joke counter. Because I have a lot of them myself.
Oh no, I'm gonna.
Oh, what happened?
All right.
Oh,
we're good. Oh no,
oh no, he's back. He's alive.
There we go. Let's try this again, Mike. There we
got it. We got it. See, now there's the boss.
Oh, he's pretty.
Ow.
Ow. Ow.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. Rich calling out his own DPS.
No, I was gonna say the tank did the tank thing. Pulled the boss out of the AoEs.
Yeah. We're playing like a real tank here.
Oh.
Hey, you dropped an AoE on the ground? Get him out of there.
Oh, get away! Oh
Nope.
god! Oh! Oh, Jeremy's trying to kill me. Alright, let's see if I can res him.
Okay, so another thing is when you hit these ghosts, they spawn these little ads.
Good to know.
Spoiler alert.
Alright, let's get him up. Stay away, ghost. Alright.
Oh, I'm dead. That was
Oh, no.
That was nice.
Where'd he go?
Oh, they're back.
Help.
Got it.
Wait, they're back. Did everybody die?
Nope.
Oh, they're just back.
It goes away, and then you gotta do this again. But this time with ghosts. They actually get added abilities when they do this.
As long as Rich isn't DPSing is what you're saying. And they just don't get time to do their abilities.
Something like that.
Okay, this time I'm gonna wait until you get him settled. Is he settled?
Yeah.
As he moves out of it.
No, he knocked me out. He knocked me out of it. Can't,
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, yay.
Good
Nice.
job.
Nice.
Now you see the ghosts that he was going, they fly into the Hall of the Dead over here. So, Falkreath in Skyrim, pretty much the entire upper part of the town was a Hall of the Dead / graveyard. So this one did not exist in Skyrim's time, this Hall of the Dead.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's probably buried.
Probably
Yeah.
buried.
Probably
buried.
Probably buried.
It's an Easter egg in
Yeah.
in Skyrim, you guys.
Yeah, oh, you mean you didn't see it?
Yeah.
This is if you see what Erica's doing over there, this is a pretty cool way we have the NPC kind of telegraphing part of the mechanics that you're going to see in this part of the and on the boss fight. So she used this little purifying blessing thing here, and then she cleansed these Draugr corpse. May be important.
May be important.
maybe in.
Oh, I see. All right.
Don't mind me, I'm looting all the urns as we go.
Spoiler alert. So here's where the ghost went. Briefly.
Oh, now they're in bodies.
Yep. As ghosts are wont to do.
To the chat room, Elise in the chat room. I am. Yes, I am DPS. That is, you know, what I'm spec'd at.
He's got it. You got it.
Yeah, you got this. You're good. And this is Van Scare will explain to you kind of what needs to happen in here. This was another conceit that we had when we first went in here and we had this boss that we're coming up on, and the feedback was as people started to play through, they're like, I know the mechanic because you told me, but I don't have anything that really tells me what to do. So if you talk to this guy, he kind of tells you, yeah, see him luring the speakers or the spirits lurking, yada yada. So he basically tells you what you kind of need to do down here.
Oh, that's nice. Let's see how obvious it is. Oh, okay. So as soon as you come in range of that, you'll be able to pure. Okay.
It's a synergy, yep. And then you can kind of cleanse them. There you go, they're cleansed.
Gotcha. Okay.
But now you see he's up, and if you saw that little glow on the corpses, might see that again.
Might see that again.
Dun dun dun.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Somebody kill him. Somebody cleanse him.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it hurt. Yeah, I got the dungeon damage dealer achievement. So as you saw there, if you don't cleanse these corpses in the correct amount of time, they kind of blow up and shoot like a projectile at everybody, which can kill you. Especially in veteran, I think you have a very small amount of people that you can kind of not have cleansed before you're dead, essentially in veteran. We give you a little bit more forgiveness in normal. We generally don't like one-shot mechanics in the normal version of the dungeon.
But in veteran, it would likely be a one-shot.
Veteran, yeah.
All gloves are off the veteran.
Yep.
It's your
Get
choice
good
to
or
do.
get wrecked.
We figure it's your choice. You chose to go into the hard, so you should have to deal with those consequences.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Oh, and this might be the same mechanic again.
Yeah, and this is part this plays into the achievements. There's some achievements in here for cleansing corpses and cleansing X amount of corpses and in a short amount of time and stuff like that. But as far as we just wanted to kind of give you that, do that as well past the boss. But the telegraphing the mechanic was mainly for the boss.
Gotcha.
But this will help you get the achievements if you. Oh.
To buy tank.
I figured you didn't need a tank right there. Good. And this is the last 3 Minotaurs before the final boss here. The QA team and I joke because every time we come across anything, any difficult base spot pools and or the non-boss pools in dungeons, I always say it's hardest pull in the game right here. Hardest pull in the game. So.
Sometimes it can be. I know
Yes,
how that goes.
be, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Any particular one that we should hit first? Like maybe the one shooting fire at us?
He also does that little ground effect thing that comes under everybody, so. Yeah, hit the one with the horn.
Thanks, Jer. He said focus on the one with the horns. All 3 do.
Oh, jeez.
Good save. Good
Told
save.
you. That will make a healer out of Jeremy yet. All right, I'm gonna let you walk forward and talk to Jarl Skjorl more.
Okay.
I said to keep the fight out there.
There.
Oh, you aren't my guards. Nor you leechmen. We've won then.
Booyah!
Oh, that's disgusting.
Now I know why. Now you know why I let you do it. So this is Dami House the Bloody Horn. He's the leader of the Minotaurs. He's a unique kind of Minotaur model that we got for this. And part of you notice that this arena is fairly. The boss area is really small. That was by design. We wanted this fight to feel claustrophobic, and the walls kind of encroaching in on you. When we first developed it, these outlet walls over here that you see where it looks like there's bleachers and then the wall is kind of pushed out.
Yeah.
Originally it wasn't like that. The walls were straight up against the thing. And I remember when Jeremy and Rich first played it, they would come in here and their camera would be constantly pushed up against their character. And they said, I understand the claustrophobic feel, but the camera's really pushed in. So we went to our art team and they created this special thing. So you have this bleacher, so it gives your camera room to maneuver, not pushed up directly against you.
Wow, an art team thinking about game mechanics. That's incredible.
Yep.
That is actually pretty good. That you don't find that all the time.
Yeah, it's really closely with our art team to make sure that it's a great experience too. Also, these burned pillars might be important. Just saying.
All right.
All right, let's do this. Get close. Get comfortable. Told ya.
Got some ads going on here.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Out.
If I want Jeremy to work. Go stand in the AoE.
Uh-oh. He's breathing. Oh, yeah. So that
Oh, it gets okay. It gets closer even. Is it closer that time? The fire?
No. But what happens is if you noticed in that when he did that big shout, every pillar that had somebody hiding behind it got this. So in veteran, that shout will outright kill you. Where not so much in.
Gotcha. So the idea is to hide behind the pillar then, and you got.
You have a finite number of pillars. Here's breathing again, so you want to get behind pillars.
Gotcha.
You have a finite number of pillars to hide behind. Jump. Oh. Get away!
Stand on mic. Got it. Oh.
Nope. Oh,
Oh yeah, you're right. Over there. We have 3 pillars left.
yeah. We should be good. Breathing. Oh,
Big fail.
hit Megan. I live.
Oh, there's still some ads up.
Jeremy. Yeah, at this point, the ads don't go away.
Good to know. Holy cow.
I killed him. sometimes they kind of resummon them at pretty quick interval. I think we got it. I think we got him. I see your fireball. Now I rage puncture. Not scared of you. All right, Vanquishers of Falkreath Hold.
And you get an awesome bullhead to put in your house.
Yeah, get the housing item that you could put. This is the bust, isn't it? This is the head.
This is just the head, yeah. The bust is in vet.
Oh yeah. So you get the bullhead to put on your wall.
Oh, there it is. It's an achievement. Okay, cool.
Yep. And Erica comes in here and explains. Erica explains the, how her dad's dead. She's distraught over that. And now she is named Jarl.
After her dad got dunked on?
Yes. So her dad, the absentee Jarl, was just hanging out on her own.
Getting drunk.
She deserved to lead.
And then
she deserved to lead.
Yeah, she did actually. I mean,
yeah.
She did do more fighting than he did. He did a little bit more drinking.
Priorities,
Yeah, of course. So, not sure. We might be doing another stream later. Not today. In a week or so. With you guys.
Cool.
Doing the other dungeon.
Okay.
And I don't know. It depends on. We're working on that. Don't take take that as law there, chat room. So, but anyway, so this is the first DLC after Morrowind. How does that? How's this feel to stay on track? You guys are which, I mean, let's be honest, doesn't happen very often in MMOs.
Right. Yep. You are not wrong. It has been a pretty quick pace for the team, and we've been basically doing it since launch, hitting that quarterly cadence of updates, and it is been really rewarding to see how much the game has changed and how much people have kind of taken to seeing that level of effort. So we're really enthused and having a blast doing it.
Yep.
Awesome. I'm glad to see that you guys are putting. I mean, you guys obviously love the game, which is you don't always find that in everybody that is part of the team. I mean, I went up to your guys' studio a couple months ago, and everybody's in love with it, and I think that's great. That's that you find a lot of synergy and whatnot from the team, and a lot of people on board with what's happening. And what I'm curious about then is where do we go from here? What do we have to look forward to? We've got this DLC. Where are we going? What's the future like for ESO?
We did tease at E3 that Clockwork is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Clockwork City is coming up. So that is definitely on the horizon. We definitely have plans for future stuff afterwards. I think Mr. Ferrari would shoot me if I talk too much about it, so I'm not going to. But we have lots of plans. And we want to continue, at our quarterly updates, and continue to improve the game.
And the pace does not slow down. So we continue to kind of do that. All the teams here are really, really busy on working on this stuff, and I know my team is really glad to see. We of course have moved on to working on other stuff as we also kind of watch what's going on PTS with this and reacting to feedback and stuff. But it's always, as a team level, it's always great to have this kind of thing go on PTS and then release, because my team loves to sit here and watch streams of people just running these dungeons and watching them have fun and watching them discover the mechanics that we have and stuff like that. So Horns of the Reach has been a great on PTS for us, just in the amount of content we can see and have people enjoy it.
Awesome. And I mean, so do you have any statistics or anything that's been really cool since Morrowind's launch? Has the community grown? Have you seen a lot of people come back, or how many people have completed the quest? How many people are on Vardenfell or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, we track all of that kind of stuff. We're unfortunately not allowed to share that stuff, but we have seen a lot of people come back. We are seeing a lot of people playing through Morrowind, which is really exciting for us.
Awesome. Yeah, and so again, so to kind of close this up, then when is this DLC? What's the actual launch date? It's coming up just about a couple weeks, right?
August 14th. August 14th. Yep,
I think we PC. Literally just announced
it today. Yeah, it was
right?
It was like an hour before this stream we announced it. I think it's August 14th for PC and August 29th for consoles.
Awesome. And there's 2 dungeons. There's new achievements, which the achievement system in this game, I don't talk about the achievement system a lot in my columns in this game, but I really like it with the dies, and the only problem I have with it, it's a little bit difficult to find right up front, but
sure.
But it is a great achievement system, especially with dies and costumes and things along that line. There's a lot of things to show off what you're doing in the game, and I'm really pleased by that. So thank you guys very much for running this dungeon with me. Even though it didn't look like a dungeon, it was that, which is great. I like to see this kind of out of the box look for dungeons.
Yep.
So again, thank you. This is Rich and Mike and everybody in the chat room. Thank you for joining us. Like I said, we're going to try to do another one here coming up. The other one here coming up pretty soon. So thank you very much.
All right, thanks.
It was fun. Thanks, Larry.
Fun.
Thank you.
Yep, had a blast.
I forgot to do something. All right, you can catch Massively OP streams. Look at the stream team on massivelyop.com. MJ does a lot of streaming of a whole bunch of different games. Definitely check that out and follow us on Twitter at massivelyop. You can follow me on Twitter as well at Shadow, SHADDOE. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later.